The top 10 stocks I am buying throughout this crash. Welcome back to Brotherhood Finance. You read that correctly, you heard that correctly. In today's video, I am going to be addressing my top 10 favorite investments that I am buying in the equities market currently. Before we dive into this video, make sure to smash that thumbs up button, make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel, and check us out on all of our recent social medias. I appreciate all the love and support recently. Furthermore, let's dive into this slideshow right now, brothers. All right, brothers, so as you can see on this slide, the stock market has been getting crushed recently, absolutely crushed. The DIA, the SPY, the QQQ, the IWM, some of these markets from 2022 are at their all-time lows, and they're even lower than when I'm shooting this video. And some of them are down 20%, 25.4%, and furthermore. And this goes back to our philosophy at Brotherhood Finance: buy low, sell high. So again, in today's video, I'm going to be breaking down my top 10 favorite investments that I am currently buying throughout this market crash, and I'm going to be dollar cost averaging into. So if you look at this index right here, this is actually the worst start to year for global ag indexes in 2 decades. If you look right here on this white line, you can see in 2022 we have had almost the worst year ever in the past 2 decades as far as the equities market and as far as the stock market. So what is my number one stock out of 1 out of 10 on this stock list? Again, these are not in any order of form of my my favorite to my least, in no order, so make sure to watch this whole video through to see my favorite 10 investments. So the first one is OATLY Group. Now OATLY Group, they do frozen foods, and they're in that sector. I think they have tremendous upside, and this stock is very cheap, and I just see it as a great investment overall. And you can't go wrong buying into the milk and food category, as people are always going to need to buy those types of goods and services. So number 2 is Amazon. If you haven't looked recently, Amazon has been getting absolutely hit recently in the stock market crash. They are down quite substantially, and really, at $2,400 a share for Amazon, I find it quite a steal. So I think this is a great investment long term. Obviously Amazon, they do all of the, the shipping and retail and a multitude of products. They have their Prime benefits. It's just overall that Amazon is a great company to diversify in and buy that sector of the industry. Now, number 3 is Facebook. Facebook owns Instagram and some other platforms, and they are really one of the biggest social media, as we well know, to go and invest in and buy a small proportion of that company. Facebook has also been tremendously hit. This stock, is trading around the $200 range, and based on its PE ratio, its price to earnings ratio, and this business model that they have as a long-term investment in a Roth IRA, whatever you're picking this up for, if you're dollar cost averaging, you cannot go wrong picking up some Facebook stock. I think it's very hard to argue that one. Now, number 4 is my favorite Jack Jackson company. We have talked about this company a multitude times at Brotherhood Finance, and it's actually all the way down to $1.66 right now. That is Planet 13 Holdings. If you have not seen my video on this stock, make sure to go check it out. It's titled My Favorite $4 Investment. At the time, actually, it was $4, and I am buying shares of the stock like crazy now that it is down at the $1.66 price target. I mean, they still have rapid growth. Overall, their business model is great. I think Larry Schaefer, their CEO, really has a great mindset and has scaled a multitude of businesses. He's been in that industry for over 40 years. And the other co-CEO, Rob, he's great with financials. He's great with growing the company. And this is the largest Jack Jackson company in the world. And overall, just their business model is great. They have some of the top premium products. They're expanding. They're getting into different marketplaces. They have, you go in there and they have great customer experience. As we know, that's very imperative for this business model. And overall, I love Planet 13, one of my favorite stocks on this list. So keep a watch out for this. Now, as we continue to go into these, just know this is not financial advice. This is financial education. These are stocks that I prefer, I'm investing in personally. So, dive into some of their financial balance sheets, by yourself, looking at their PE ratios, their earnings. But if you look at Planet 13, this stock is actually a 54% revenue growth they're estimating for this year for their sales growth. and overall they're just growing and expanding rapidly, and I'm very excited about this company overall, especially in my long-term position in my Roth IRA account. Now, number 5 is another stock we have talked about before, quite a lot of times, and that is Tattooed Chef. Ticker symbol TTCF. Tattooed Chef is in the vegan food industry. They specialize in frozen foods. They have deals with Walmart, Kroger, Costco. They're really growing and expanding. This company is very young. They're only about 2 years old since they've been on the equities market and they were listed. And I just think it's a great investment. You can actually buy this stock right now for $8 roughly, which is lower than its IPO, a couple years ago. So overall, Tattooed Chef is actually one of the most shorted stocks on the stock market, but I think they have massive upside. I really like what they're doing over there. They're growing, they're expanding, and I think the vegan food industry, as everyone's trying to become more healthy, I just think it's a great industry to invest in. So number 6 is PayPal. PayPal has been getting hit like many of these stocks. As we said, some of these markets are down 20% or more, putting us into bear market territory. Again, I think we are already in a recession right now. Since Q1, we had a negative GDP, gross domestic product, of 1.4%. And if we have that in the second quarter after 6 continuous months, that means we are officially in a recession. But again, back to the stocks. PayPal. We know PayPal. We all know PayPal. We all know their Square, what they're doing over there with Square and PayPal. And I just think the stock has a great upside value. And you're buying it at a great discount right now. I mean, the stock is $90. Are you kidding me? It's absolutely crazy. Some of the, the price valuations of some of these stocks. And not to mention, they have a pretty solid balance sheet as well. So what is my 7th stock? My 7th favorite stock on this list is The Honest Company. Now, this is a company I'm not sure I've addressed before, but The Honest Company, they do diapers, they specialize in baby products, they specialize in other essence and things like that within that industry, and it's also a very small company, a penny stock. I really like this stock overall. I think it's going to have great growth over the coming years, and it's in a sector which is almost unbreakable, really, because people are always going to need to buy these sorts of products, no matter if we go into a recession or what it may be. So again, number 7 is The Honest Company. Number 8 is CORSAIR Gaming. We have talked about CORSAIR Gaming. They do great as far as PC products, as far as gaming products. And we've seen over time and time again that this stock has been continuing to get hit. But if you could pick up CORSAIR Gaming for $16, I personally think that is an absolute steal. I love CORSAIR. If you want to, again, I'm going over briefly of these stocks. If you want to see my own thought perception, the more of their balance sheets and stuff, check out some of our other stock market videos. And if you're finding value in this video up to this point, please make sure to smash that thumbs up button down below. Leave me your comment if you own any of these stocks down below, what your opinion is on them, and the current market we are currently in. I appreciate all the support. So again, number 8, CORSAIR Gaming. I really like this stock as well. Number 9 is AVANT Brands. We've talked about AVANT Brands. They are also in the Jack Jackson industry, and I really like their overall balance sheet, what they're doing. This is a Canadian stock. It's a very small market capitalization stock. So if you do choose to invest in this one, make sure you do your own research. But this stock is only 17 cents right now. Again, I think they're going to have great growth of their coming years. They specialize very tremendously in their products, and they do great with their customer experience. Number 10. What is number 10? This is one that I've seen online quite a bit, and this has to do with artificial intelligence and within that realm and within that industry, and that is Palantir Technologies. This stock is trading around $10 right now. I think it's an absolute steal. I think, overall this company is going to have great growth over the coming years. I think artificial intelligence alone is going to be a huge sector. I mean, when we look at how much we've already advanced over time and time again, as we've seen, we've advanced more in the past 10 years than we really have in the last decade, or not decade, but century almost. I mean, we're expanding and we're really growing, in our society as far as technology and artificial intelligence. I don't think a lot of people really understand how impactful artificial intelligence is going to be, and that's why I really like Palantir Technologies as well. All right, Blurs, again, that is today's video. I hope you found value in my top 10 investments. It's important to keep in mind, as you see these stocks and these equities going down. Don't so much look at your percentages or the price of the asset. Look at how much do I own overall? Do I see this company doing good in the long term? Because as Warren Buffett likes to say, the stock market really benefits the people that hold the assets for a long time and that are not patient, and the people that are impatient and cannot hold the assets for a long time are the ones that typically lose. You need to reverse your psychology, which is what we preach here at Brotherhood Finance, and you really need to, buy low and sell high and continue to dollar cost average. And that's what we preach here, and that's what we do over at Brotherhood Finance. If you found value in this, please again make sure to smash that thumbs up button. Make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel if you've not already done so. Check out some of our other videos on how to build your credit. All the other ones we have, such as the Fed raising rates, how I think that's going to affect markets moving forward. If you've watched up to this point, I really appreciate you. Thank you for being a part of the Brotherhood. If you want to join our channel, all the perks and everything are down below. Much love as always. Have a good rest of your week, a good rest of your weekend. Peace, brothers.